Shack basketball game on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. We're going to start tonight's broadcast very different. We're going to have a very special presentation here at Peebles High School. By the way, I'm Ken Smith along with Phil Ronimus, and right now I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Dean Brown.
Good evening, ball fans. Welcome to Peebles High School. A couple announcements for you tonight before we get started. The Peebles fans and local businesses showed up Tuesday night at White Oak for a benefit for the family of David Waits, raising $2,000 that Coach Airy presented to buy the Peebles boys basketball signed by the ball players. We'd like to take a minute to thank everybody who donated and thank you for your generosity. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't let tonight slip by without a very special recognition of our coach, Josh Airy, who as of Tuesday night's win against White Oak became the winningest coach in Peebles boys basketball history with an incredible 235 career wins. Coach Airy has set a new school all-time win record by breaking the long-standing record held by former coach Arthur Myers for the last 38 years. We want to thank Coach Airy for his 15 seasons of dedication to the Peebles basketball program and its winning tradition. If you was fortunate enough to play for Coach Airy, would you please stand at this time? If you was fortunate enough to coach with Coach Airy, would you please stand? All of you that just stood up, would you please come to the floor? They would like to take a picture under that word over there. It says Indians, the home of the Indians. Everyone, would you please stand and join us all in a big round of applause in recognition of an outstanding achievement by an outstanding coach and one that we're so proud to call one of ours, Coach Josh Airy.
Oh, shoot, I didn't even have it on.
right, so there you have it. Head coach Josh Airy for Peebles taking over the #1 spot as the all-time winning coach at Peebles High School with 235 wins. Phil, that's pretty special, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And you could tell he was emotional about the whole thing.
Yeah, I'd say there's a few tears in the gym right now as Coach Airy being recognized. And for those of you watching on GoodGuysRadioTV.com, you're able to see this right now, that there are quite a few former players and coaches out there with Josh taking a picture. And, of course, the team, this year's team, and they have a banner that says, "Congratulations, Coach Airy, 235 wins." Big honor there for Josh Airy. All right, so that's a very untraditional start to our normal broadcast. We are going to get back to the way things normally work as we need to start our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. I'm also going to give you some of the things that would have normally been in pregame. We did not do a pregame because we knew that this presentation was going to happen, and there was just really no way to back time all of that. So we apologize if you were hoping to hear pregame report. I will give you the scores from last night and the current standings. So hang in there. We'll give you all that info here in just a moment. All right, we're going to send it back to C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, but stick with us. We'll be right back after this commercial break to start our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
The Dickey Group invites you to explore country living at its finest. Visit thedickeygroup.com to see pictures of a 77-acre multi-purpose farm near Peebles, Ohio, with 800 feet of frontage on Brush Creek, featuring a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath log home, full walkout basement, and 2-car garage, plus several barns and outbuildings with fenced pasture. Jeff Dickey or one of his agents can schedule your tour today. Visit thedickeygroup.com for more listings and information. Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peeblesmonument.com. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or baseball, no matter the sport, the Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support it. Games like these are possible due to booster support like the Manchester Athletic Boosters. The Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support this broadcast of Manchester sports. Wishing good luck to our Manchester Greyhounds. Go Greyhounds!
#1 most winning coach at Peebles High School. At least on the radio side, folks watching on the TV broadcast would have caught all of that. Well, let's get back to the normal way that we the normal way that we do things. But not quite normal because, again, like I promised, I'm going to give you all the information that would normally have been in pregame report. Scores from last night, let's start with that. It was Fairfield defeating White Oak 65-41, and that was a broadcast game, and Griffin Friend was our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Fayetteville defeated Ripley 59-35. North Adams defeated Lynchburg Clay 70-42. Manchester defeated West Union 58-41. That was also a broadcast game, and Eli Crabtree, our player of the game there. It was Eastern defeating Peebles 57-46. That was a broadcast game, and Grady Barber was our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. And then over on the Southern Buckeye side, it was a girls-boys doubleheader between Western Brown and Batavia. On the girls' side, Western Brown defeated Batavia 58-56. On the boys' side, Batavia defeated Western Brown 63-53. And then also our final score from last night, Georgetown defeating Blanchester 65-46. There are just 2 league games tonight, and they are both broadcast games. You're listening to the Manchester Peebles game here on C103. Lynchburg Clay is at Eastern Brown. That is over on 99.5 The Edge. In that game, Caleb has picked Eastern Brown by 15 points in that game. In this game, Caleb took Peebles by 8. I think it's going to be a little tighter than that. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Let's take a look at your standings real quick. North Adams still on top of Division I, undefeated, 12-0. Eastern in second place at 9-3. Lynchburg in third place of Division I at 6-6. Peebles just 1 game behind them at 5-6 in fourth, and West Union in fifth place, 1-11 in conference play. In Division II, Fairfield on top of Division II, 10-2 is their record. Fayetteville in second, they are 8-4. White Oak in third, 5-8. Manchester in fourth, they are 4-7. And Ripley in fifth place, still hoping to get a conference win. Well, actually, they're not going to have that chance because they're 0-13, so that means they have played all of their conference games. So that is a look at your current standings. So that pretty much wraps up most of the important stuff that you would have had in pregame report. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, I promise it'll start to sound like a normal Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show right after this.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Final clearance sale on all remaining 2024 models in stock at Jerry Haig Motors. $8,000 off 24 Suburban or Tahoes with Chevy Loyalty. Or check out a 24 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST with $10,000 off with Chevy Loyalty. All 24 models priced to sell. Hurry in for the best selection. Trade-ins are welcome. No gimmicks or tricks added to the deal. So stop in at Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. I'm Steve Haig, and I want your business.
While college tuition continues to skyrocket, skilled trades offer a pathway to a successful career without a heavy financial burden. At the Ohio Valley Career and Technical Center, we are pioneering pathways to your success by providing hands-on vocational training in 11 high-demand programs where students can gain real-world skills and still enjoy all the benefits of going to school, like playing sports and pursuing college classes. Enrollment is based on program availability, so you don't have to live in Adams County to attend. Speak to your guidance counselors to see how the Ohio Valley CTC can help you create a better tomorrow.
Nestled along the tranquil banks of the Ohio River, the River Barn in Manchester is not just an event venue. It's a canvas for your most cherished memories. This historic barn has been meticulously converted into a modern event center that offers a blend of rustic charm and contemporary elegance. Whether you're planning a fairy tale wedding, a corporate retreat, or an intimate gathering, the River Barn in Manchester will turn your vision into a reality. Call 937-549-3033 for reservations. Visit riverbarn.us for more information.
Welcome back courtside. Again, I am Ken Smith along with Phil Ronimus. Miley Smith, our producer, back in the studio for C103. Brandon Rigdon, our producer tonight for Good Guys Radio TV broadcast. Let's start off our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. Let's take a look at tonight's matchup. I'll start with the Manchester Greyhounds. The Greyhounds, of course, you heard me say this already in the last segment. They're 4-7 in conference play, which puts them in fourth place of Division II of the SHAC. They are one game behind the White Oak Wildcats. They're coming off a big win last night over West Union by 17 points. 58-41 was the final score in that one. The Greyhounds are 10-10 overall, so right at the 500 mark. They're averaging 49.5 points per game while allowing their opponents 50.7 points per game. Now for the home team, the Peebles Indians. They are 5-6 in conference play, which puts them in fourth place of Division I of the SHAC. They are 8-10 overall. They are averaging 58.2 points per game, which is right about 8 points more than Manchester, and allowing their opponents to score only 53.1 points per game. Peebles is coming off a tough loss last night to Eastern Brown by 11 points, 57-46 the score in that one. When these two teams played last year, because this is the one and only time they'll play this year, when they played last year, it was Peebles who won in a tight game. That was a 2-point ball game, 51-49. Manchester graduated 23 points from their roster last year, while Peebles only graduated 11 points from their roster, and that's the stats from that actual game, by the way, that matchup. So that's a look at these two teams as just an overall upfront glance. When we come back, we'll take a look at the stat leaders from both of these teams as we continue the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show right after this.
The Adams County Community Foundation would like to invite all Adams County residents who are seeking to further their education at a trade school or college to apply for unique scholarship opportunities. These scholarships are open to Adams County residents, and the application deadline is February 12, 2025. To learn more about these scholarships and to apply, visit the Adams County Community Foundation website at accfo.org. Remember to support the Adams County Community Foundation. They're helping to build Adams County's future. That website again is accfo.org.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Let's take a look at your stat leaders. Well, again, we'll start with the visiting team, Manchester. Parker Hayslip leads the team in scoring with 13.8 points per game. Braylon Roberts is averaging 11.3 points per game. Elijah Crabtree, 8.2. Leland Horner, 5.8. And Braylon Rickett, 5.4 points per game. Braylon Roberts and Elijah Crabtree lead the team in rebounds with about 5 each per game. Parker Hayslip and Leland Horner are tied for second in the league with 4 assists per game. Parker Hayslip leads the league in steals per game, and Braylon Rickett is 4th in the league in field goal percentage. On the other side from Peebles, Carson Reed leads the team in scoring with 12 points per game. Josh McClary has 10.9 points per game. Bo Johnson, 9.8. Garrett Shively, 7.8. And Paxton Ryan, 7.2 points per game. Carson Reed averages about 6.5 rebounds per game, which makes him 4th in the league. Josh McClary leads the team in assists at 2.2 per game. And Grady Canelty is 3rd in the league in field goal percentage. My conclusion, overall, I think these two teams match up really well, and I expect a repeat of last year with a close game, hopefully all the way to the end. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Manchester roster as we continue the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Junior, 2 inches shorter at 5'9", also junior, wearing number 2, Landon Doyle. Braylon Roberts will wear 3. He's 5'11" and a senior. Also senior at 5'9", wearing number 10, Ronnie Elam. Clayton Colvin is 12. He's 5'11" and a sophomore. At 5'10" and a junior, wearing 13, Joel Bly. 14 is Bryce Young, 5'11" and a freshman. 6'2" and a junior, wearing 15, Braylon Ricketts. Malachi Bayless is 21. He's 5'11" and a senior. At 5'9" and a junior, wearing 22, Traven Hildebrand. 23 will be Leland Horner. He's 6 feet even a senior. 6'2" and a junior is 24, Elijah Crabtree. And wearing 30 tonight at 6'4" and a freshman is Colton McChesney. The cheerleaders for the Greyhounds are Jaleese Applegate, Mercedes Barlow, Maddie Dunn, J.C. Farley, Chloe Freeman, Emma Hurst, Neva Thomas, Maddie Wolf, Riley Young, August Ballinger, Kaylin Bradford, Abby Lucas, Caden Snewland, Josie Garrison, Peyton Hayslip, Kaya Johnson, Jocelyn Lucas, Haven Newland, Faith Hope, and Faith Scott, and Hope Scott, and the advisors are Johnny Young and Kendra Lucas.
All right, that's a look at the visiting team, the Manchester Greyhounds. By the way, Phil, last night in the game against West Union, Leland Horner tweaked his ankle right at the end of the first half. By the way, in that half, he had 10 rebounds, which is pretty awesome in just one half of basketball. He did not get to play hardly at all in the second half. He came out, tried that ankle out a little bit. It didn't feel good, so he didn't play any in the second half. And tonight, I see he is not dressed. So that will affect the Manchester Greyhounds. We're going to honor America here courtside. We'll be right back after this with more of the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show.
Tackle your hunger this Super Sunday with the Big Game Meal Deal. Get a one-topping Beast Pizza, a large flatbread, and 2 2-liter sodas, all for just $39.99. Perfect for your game day crew, because no one should ever go hungry during the big game. Order ahead for Super Sunday and score big with the Big Game Meal Deal, only at Snappy. Visit Snappy or order online at snappytomato.com. Limited time offer, participating locations.
It's almost here.
Stolen away by Feldhouse. Bradshaw gets it back. He's going to dunk it home.
The biggest game of the year.
Little hop and a skip. Euro step up and in. Where did that come
The
from?
40th annual C103 Shack Senior All-Star Game is coming Friday, March 28th.
The other direction, Rothwell on the drive is fouled.
Join us at North Adams High School for a night full of basketball action featuring the girls and boys All-Star Games, All-Star cheerleaders, hot shot and slam dunk contests, and the awarding of the C103 scholarships. Friday, March 28th.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Let's take a look at the home team roster. The Peebles Indians, presented by Mac-Gulac Tire Service.
Again, congratulations to Coach Josh Airy with his 235 victories, becoming the winningest coach in Peebles boys basketball history. He's in his 15th year. He's assisted by Chris Reed, Tim Grooms, Weston Browning, Michael Walls, Tyler Ryan. The AD is also Josh Airy. Principal Steve Appleman, and the superintendent is Don Wallace. For the Indians tonight, we have number 3, Garrett Shidley, 5'11", and a senior. Also at 5'11", but a junior, wearing number 5, Colin Sims. Grady Canelti will wear 10. He's 6'2", and a junior. At 6'3", and a senior, wearing number 12, Carson Reed. 22 will be Connor Gross, 6 feet even, and a sophomore. At 5'9", and a freshman, wearing 23, Bo Johnson. Chase Shoemaker is 24, 6 feet even, and a sophomore. At 6 feet and a junior, wearing 30, Paxton Ryan. Hayden Browning is wearing 32. He's 5'11", and a senior, 6 feet even, and a sophomore. Number 34, Josh McClary. 40 will be Cash Hayslip, 6'1", and a senior. And at 6'2", and a junior, 44, Wyatt Smart. The cheerleaders for the Indians are Chloe Wesley, Gracie Pollard, Emma Bird, Bria Brown, Jackie Myers, Megan Schmitz, Ava Brumley, Aaliyah Purcell, Kayla Hall, Addison Puckett, Kendall Young, Taylor Van Fleet, Amron Carroll, Kiara Bird, McKenna Purvis, Emily Burns, Kiana McKinley, and Kylie Mae Hayslip. And those cheerleaders are coached by Jody Bird and Jillian Carroll.
All right, that's a look at the roster for the Peebles Indians. And we've got one final thing to do, and that's to give you those starters. Presented by Mac-Gulac Tire Service in Hillsboro. What do you got?
For the visiting Greyhounds, we have 1, Parker Hayslip, a junior. Braylon Roberts, number 3, a senior. Braylon Rickett, a junior, wearing 15. Malachi Bayless, 21, a senior. And Elijah Crabtree, a junior. For the homestanding Indians, number 3, Garrett Shively, a senior. 5, Colin Sims, a junior. 10, Grady Canelti, also a junior. Carson Reed, a senior, wearing 12. And Paxton Ryan, 30, a junior. And that's the starters for both teams.
And the officials, as the tip is up, and it's going to end up out of bounds. It'll go the way of Peebles. Nope, Manchester.
The officials are Jim Tiemann, Jordan Tiemann, and Mark Foster.
And that is not a crew I think I've ever seen before.
Me neither.
Greyhounds with the basketball. Roberts will bring it across the timeline. Feeds it in to Rickett. Rickett at the elbow, decides to drive down the left side of the lane, puts it up off the glass, and good.
And the first score of the game goes to Ricketts. He's been averaging 5.4 for the year.
Indians with the basketball. With it out top, it's going to be Reed. Reed out near the half-court line, goes left side to Shively. Man-to-man defense being applied by Manchester. They'll go into Canelti, back out. It'll go to Sims, and then they'll reverse it left side to Ryan. Now Reed will come out and get it again. He's out on the right side wing. Peebles taking a lot of time here, being very patient with this first possession. Reed thought about a 3 and instead decided to pass it, and that was not a good decision, was it, Phil?
No,
Turn it over.
Turnover on the right side.
Roberts driving in left side. That's no good. On the run out, Peebles is going to get a basket to go as Canelti gets the fast break. All right, Manchester with the basketball. Hayslip's going to have it out top to set the offense for the Greyhounds. Hands it off right side, Bayless. By the way, Bayless had a career high last night. He had 4 3-pointers for a total of 12 points. That was his career high by 1 point. Bayless again with it out on the right side wing. Gets it to Rickett. Now left side, Roberts. Roberts right about the left side elbow for 2. That's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Reed for Peebles. The Indians are going to push it up the floor. And they get it to Paxton Ryan down inside the paint, but they were a little late on the pass. Manchester able to tip it out of bounds. They didn't seem soon enough.
Foul's going to be on Malachi Bayless, his first team's first, game's first.
After the game, we will get inside the mind of the winning coach when we interview the winning coach, the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. With it out top, it's going to be Sims. He'll pass it right side. They'll go in the corner to Reed. Reed skip court pass to Shively. Out to Sims. And then Ryan with a touch out top. Inside, outside, Reed out to Shively for a three, and it bounces up over the backboard for out of bounds. So a missed shot ends up as a turnover off the rebound.
Colin Sims starting at point tonight for the Indians. Bo Johnson started last night over at Eastern at that game, so a little change up in Coach Aries' starting lineup tonight.
Rickett back door, nice. What a reverse by Hayslip. Put Manchester on top 4-2. Reed with it out top, trying to see if he can answer with a three-point shot. That doesn't go. Bayless will pull down the rebound for the Greyhounds. With it out top, Roberts feeds it right side to Bayless. They need Bayless to be hot in this game like he was last night. Roberts trying to drive, passes back out to Rickett. Rickett at the elbow for two. That one pops out. And on the rebound, the Indians have it. They'll push it up the floor to Ryan. He'll drive in, dishes it off to Reed. Back to Ryan. It's up and good.
Got it nice back and forth there and give and go for an easy layup for Paxton Ryan from the right side.
In the backcourt with it is going to be Roberts. Full court man-to-man pressure being applied by Peebles. Manchester breaks that. Bayless with it. Out on the right side, finds Rickett. Now out top to Crabtree. Left side, they get it back into the hands of Roberts. Now to Rickett out top. Right side, Hayslip. Hayslip just about the elbow, off the glass and good.
High off the glass.
Pretty shot.
Yep.
With it out top, it's going to be Reed for the Indians. Facing man-to-man defense still for Manchester. Now Ryan with it out top. Shively, and then left side, they'll go back to Reed. Reed off the screen, trying to drive in, kicks it out in the corner for a set three. It's good by Paxton Ryan.
Nice look by the passer to get that to Mr. Ryan.
First lead of the basketball game for the Peebles Indians. Manchester, Hayslip, baseline, tries another 14-footer. That one doesn't go. On the run out, it's going to be Shively. Shots up, no good. Rebound, put back is good by Sims. And now they tip it out of bounds. As, again, that full court pressure being applied by Peebles. So Manchester will have to inbound again. Let's take a look at your H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and his staff at H&R Block in West Union. It is tax time. 3:28 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-6. Peebles leading Manchester. Roberts drives the left side of the lane, gets it to go, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three.
Foul's going to be in Paxton Ryan, his first, team first.
Mark your calendars now for a very special game. The Venture Hawks will battle the Adams County Sheriff's Eagles. That game will be at West Union High School on Sunday, March 16th. 2 o'clock tip-off for that game. Phil, you had something. I interrupted you.
That's
Sorry.
fine. In for the Peebles, 23, Bo Johnson, and number 23, and 32, Hayden Browning.
Johnson tries a three-point shot out top. That one rims out. Manchester with a rebound. Roberts will have it. Passes right side to Hayslip. Hayslip loads a long three. That one pops out. Crabtree able to tip the rebound away from Peebles, but they end up with it anyway. Now with the basketball, Browning goes right side to Reed. Reed dribbling near the baseline, has to come back out top, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson will bring it back out top. They'll reset. Oh, and a turnover as Hayslip able to get a steal and the layup, and we are tied. 9-all. Back the other direction. Peebles going to be able to draw a foul. I wasn't sure if we were going to see a travel or a foul. I guess the foul might have caused that travel. So Ryan is going to end up on the free throw line shooting two.
Foul's going to be on Elijah Crabtree. His first, team second. Paxton Ryan at the line at 68.8% on the year. Makes that one.
Puts Peebles back on top by 1. Thanks to First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. There's a First State Bank branch near you in Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky. Stop by or learn more at fsb4me.com. That's the number 4, FSB, the number 4me.com.
Josh McClary coming in for the Indians. Need him to be hot tonight. He was well below his average last night over at Eastern as well. I believe he had 2 points total. Been averaging 10.4.
Roberts with the basketball. Kicks it out right side Bayless. There's one of those set threes. That one doesn't go. And on the rebound, Peebles has it. Johnson to Reed. Reed pushes it up the floor, dribbles to the right side wing, picks up his dribble, then passes it back out top to Johnson. Then to Reed again, right side corner. Now to McClary. Back to Reed. Peebles working the ball fast. Reed driving in right side, a little too hard off the glass. Doesn't go. And with the rebound is going to be Manchester.
Both teams pretty much only getting one shot at the basket, and then it's going the other way.
Yeah, Manchester did a phenomenal job rebounding against. There's one of those threes by Bayless.
Didn't take him long to put that one up either, Ken.
And that'll put that will put Manchester on top by 3. 11-4 your score, or 11-14 your score. Well, it was. Now it's 13-14. Was that McClary?
Yes, McClary from the left side, little 10-foot jumper. Good elevation.
Just trying to get my notes all straightened out because I've messed up my running score. Roberts for a 3. That one's no good. Peebles with a basketball. They'll push it. Trying to get a fast break, and they lose it away. Bayless ends up with a steal. Roberts back the other direction to Crabtree. Yeah, again, Manchester rebounded really well last night. They were getting 2 and 3 looks against West Union. And West Union on the other end would only get 1 look. So nice rebounding. Missed opportunity for Manchester, and then one missed for Peebles as Bo Johnson misses a bunny shot inside the paint. Down to the final 20 seconds of this first quarter. It's a 1-point lead for Manchester, 14-13. By the way, nothing goes better with basketball than Snappy Tomato Pizza. Call to order yours now from Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. Roberts misses one inside the paint. Peebles with a last-second shot. It's no good. We will end the first quarter with the Greyhounds leading the Indians by 1, 14-13. Don't go away. Second quarter action coming up right after this.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
The Dickey Group invites you to explore country living at its finest. Visit thedickeygroup.com to see pictures of a 77-acre multi-purpose farm near Peebles, Ohio, with 800 feet of frontage on Brush Creek, featuring a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath log home, full walkout basement, and 2-car garage, plus several barns and outbuildings with fenced pasture. Jeff Dickey or one of his agents can schedule your tour today. Visit thedickeygroup.com for more listings and information.
As we come back, the Indians with the basketball to start the second quarter. With it is going to be McClary. Passes to Shively, and then Johnson will get it left side. Passes into Canelti. He has his shot blocked, and Manchester comes up with it. They'll push it up the floor. Roberts to Rickett underneath. Oh, Rickett overshot it. It popped out, and a missed opportunity on both ends. So Peebles with the basketball. Shively with it, right side wing. Goes to Johnson out on the left side. To Canelti. Canelti's going to drive in off the glass. It's good.
Good job by Grady Canelti to change hands as he went in, shoot it off the left side instead of the right side.
With the basketball is going to be Parker Hayslip against man-to-man full court pressure. Goes right side Bayless. Now Crabtree will pop out for it. Then Rickett with a touch and back to Roberts. Right side Bayless. Nobody really flashing through.
No.
It looks like they're looking for someone to flash. They'll get Bayless on the left side wing. Now to Rickett with a pick and roll. That didn't work. Crabtree will try a three out top. That one doesn't go, and a nice box out there by Browning as he gets the rebound. With it is going to be Johnson, right side to Shively. And Shively, lost a handle on it, but is able to track it down, or Canelti does at least. Gets it back to Shively. Started to pass it, and it just dropped out of his hands. McClary will have it now on the right side wing. He comes off the screen, drives in, has his shot blocked, and they're going to say it was a dual possession on that block. So it'll stay with, it's going to stay with the Indians, I do believe. No, Manchester's going to get it.
Paxton Ryan back in for the Indians. Also number 10, Ronnie Elam, making his first appearance for the Greyhounds for this evening.
Just as Barry Chevrolet can hook you up with the keys to a new vehicle, we'll give you the keys to the second half with the Barry Chevrolet halftime report. Hayslip dribbles left side, gets it to Crabtree. They kick it out to Elam, right side. Back to Crabtree as they work it out behind the three-point arc. Now to Hayslip out top. Both teams showing a lot of patience. Roberts inside, up and in. Nice penetration.
With that basket, Braylon Roberts has 5 points on the day.
Right side for a three. Paxton Ryan can't get that one to go. And the Greyhounds have the rebound. Roberts will have it out top. Kicks it to Hayslip for a three. That one's no good. Rebound's going to be controlled by the Indians. Phil, we are not seeing very many second chance opportunities, are we?
No, we're not.
Bo Johnson drives the right side of the lane. Nice move. Puts it off the glass and in.
Bo's first points with that two-pointer.
Hayslip off a screen, goes to the right side. Gets stopped. Finds Crabtree in the corner. Now out top, it'll go to Roberts. Roberts drives the left side of the lane. Left-hand layup's good.
Braylon Roberts with 4 already here in this second quarter.
So Manchester back on top by 1, and we've got a dual possession, I do believe. Yeah. Canelti ties up Roberts. Or I should say Roberts ties up Canelti. It'll stay with Peebles.
Coming back in for Peebles, Carson Reed returns.
Begin your pathway to completion at Southern State Community College. Visit sscc.edu. Thanks to Southern State Community College for sponsoring this broadcast. Peebles will inbound out top to Ryan. They go to Johnson for a three look. That one off the front of the rim. Nice rebound by Reed, but he can't get the stick back to go. A rare putback, I should say, by either team. Ryan overshot the pass as they were trying to hit Ryan outside. Ends up out of bounds. Turnover Peebles.
First turnover this quarter for Peebles. They had 3 in the first. Manchester had no turnovers in that first quarter.
1 point basketball game. Manchester with the lead and the basketball. Roberts drives through the lane again, and he is fouled on the shot. Roberts will shoot 2.
Foul's going to be on Grady Canelti. That's going to be his first team foul for Peebles in this second quarter.
So Manchester attacking the basket. I might be trying to get Peebles in some foul trouble. First one by Roberts is no good.
In for Peebles, Colin Sims replacing Grady Caneldi.
At halftime, our producer Miley Smith will get you caught up to date with the latest in sports headlines with the Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update. Second free throw gets a friendly roll and drops in. I get a 2-point lead now for the Greyhounds. Peebles with the basketball. Johnson will pass right side, and we've got a couple of players getting chippy, and one of them gets called for an offensive foul. So the tempers are starting to rise a little, aren't they, Phil?
Yep. I was on Hayden Browning. I believe that was because of that last tie-up down here. There was a little extra push after the whistle blew.
Elam into Rickett, back out to Crabtree. Crabtree gets to the free throw line and gets stopped. Finds Elam back out top. Left side to Crabtree, now to Roberts. Might have got away with the travel there. Elam gets it back now. Manchester having trouble attacking the basket. So that looks like that is part of the game plan. Let's see if Hayslip can make a move inside. Nope, they'll go to Roberts. He'll try a three. That one's no good. Rickett with a rebound, but I think they're going to say he pushed on the rebound, so it's a foul, and that basket will be waved off.
And that foul is on 15, Braylon Ricketts. That's to be his first, team first for Manchester here in this second quarter. 2:59 left to go.
Let's take a look at our H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and the folks at H&R Block in West Union. With 2:58 to go in the first half, it's a 2-point ball game. Manchester leading at 19-17 over top of the Peebles Indians. Indians with the basketball, hook pass inside, nice move up and in. Carson Reed.
Little shimmy and shake there to get around the defender.
And we're tied again, 19 all. Now with it, Roberts. He'll attack the basket. That one pops out. A little too hard on the shot. Back the other direction. Sims can't get it to go. Browning with a rebound. He's in traffic, so he has to pass it back out to Ryan for a three. That's no good. And now a foul committed, and that's an expensive one for Manchester. Foul committed on the rebound, and I think, yeah, that's two quick ones on Rickett.
Yes, it is. And coming in for him is 21, Malachi Bayless. Yeah, and in about 15 seconds, Mr. Rickett picked up two fouls.
Peebles will inbound out top to Johnson. Manchester still playing man-to-man defense. No, they are in a zone. 2-3 zone, it looks like. Reed to Johnson for a three. That one rattles out, and Manchester trying to track down the rebound, can't get to it. It goes out of bounds. Missed opportunity there for the Greyhounds. 2:03 to go in the first half. By the way, it was Peebles that won the JV game. I forgot to write down the score, Phil. Did you get it? 67-20. Not a good game from Manchester's JV. Driving in left-hand side, the Indians cannot get a shot to go, and Manchester had it, but nobody told Roberts he had somebody chasing him down from behind. They tip it away. Back the other direction. Reed has it out top. Hands it off to Johnson. I think it was Johnson that got that steal or created that steal. Johnson's going to drive in, up off the glass. Nope. And Browning tried to tip the rebound out to Ryan, and instead Manchester ended up with it. Bayless for a three. It's good. That's two of them, isn't it, Phil?
Yep, one in each quarter so far. Malachi Bayless with 6 now for the Greyhounds.
Well, again, he had a season high last night with 12 points. All of them were three-pointers. I think he only missed one or two. Sims with the basketball, loses it away. No, they're going to say it was tipped away. It'll end up out of bounds off Manchester.
Back in for Peebles, McClary. He's replacing Paxton Ryan, giving him a little breather.
Monday night's broadcast will be a makeup game from February 3rd. It'll be Fairfield at Manchester. It's a girls matchup. Fairfield at Manchester. And we will start that broadcast with our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show right after pregame report, of course. Sims, hook pass into Reed. Reed working hard, dishes off to Browning, up and in.
Nice assist that time by Reed. Little wraparound pass, seeing Browning cutting off the right side.
Roberts with it out on the left side wing for Manchester. Trying to drive in, kicks it back out to Hayslip for a fadeaway three. It's good.
Parker Hayslip now with 9, his first points here in this second quarter.
That'll put Manchester on top by 4. Well, that was quick because driving in, McClary puts one off the glass, or gets one off the glass, I should say. Cuts it back to a 2-point lead for the Greyhounds as we wind down the first half, down to 12 seconds. Manchester trying to work for a final basket. Roberts is going to see if he can drive in. Off balance shot, but he gets it to go. Puts Manchester back on top by 4 as we end the first half. Manchester 27, Peebles 23. Stick with us for the Barry Chevrolet halftime right after this.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peeblesmonument.com. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or baseball, no matter the sport, the Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support it. Games like these are possible due to booster support like the Manchester Athletic Boosters. The Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support this broadcast of Manchester sports. Wishing good luck to our Manchester Greyhounds. Go Greyhounds!
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Final clearance sale on all remaining 2024 models in stock at Jerry Haig Motors. $8,000 off 24 Suburban or Tahoes with Chevy loyalty. Or check out a 24 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST with $10,000 off with Chevy loyalty. All 24 models priced to sell. Hurry in for the best selection. Trade-ins are welcome. No gimmicks or tricks added to the deal. So stop in at Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. I'm Steve Haig and I want your business.
While college tuition continues to skyrocket, skilled trades offer a pathway to a successful career without a heavy financial burden. At the Ohio Valley Career and Technical Center, we are pioneering pathways to your success by providing hands-on vocational training in 11 high-demand programs where students can gain real-world skills and still enjoy all the benefits of going to school, like playing sports and pursuing college classes. Enrollment is based on program availability, so you don't have to live in Adams County to attend. Speak to your guidance counselors to see how the Ohio Valley CTC can help you create a better tomorrow.
At 9-all, and then Manchester regained the lead and led it to the end of the first quarter by 1 point, 14-13. Second quarter, Peebles came out and took the lead back. So that would be the third lead change, I should say. And then Manchester immediately took it back on the next basket for a total of 4 lead changes in the first half. We were tied at 19-all for our second tie of the ball game. But then Manchester regained the lead and led it throughout the rest of the first half. Manchester outscored Peebles in that quarter, 13-10. So that's a 3-point advantage in the second quarter. Add that to the 1-point advantage from the first quarter, and you've got a 4-point lead for the Manchester Greyhounds, 27-23 at the half. We're going to send it back to the studio for your Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update. We'll be back with more of the Barry's Chevrolet halftime right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Nestled along the tranquil banks of the Ohio River, the River Barn in Manchester is not just an event venue. It's a canvas for your most cherished memories. This historic barn has been meticulously converted into a modern event center that offers a blend of rustic charm and contemporary elegance. Whether you're planning a fairy tale wedding, a corporate retreat, or an intimate gathering, the River Barn in Manchester will turn your vision into a reality. Call 937-549-3033 for reservations. Visit riverbarn.us for more information.
The Adams County Community Foundation would like to invite all Adams County residents who are seeking to further their education at a trade school or college to apply for unique scholarship opportunities. These scholarships are open to Adams County residents, and the application deadline is February 12, 2025. To learn more about these scholarships and to apply, visit the Adams County Community Foundation website at accfo.org. Remember to support the Adams County Community Foundation. They're helping to build Adams County's future. That website again is accfo.org.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained, because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
I'm Phil. What can you tell us about that first half by analyzing those stats?
Well, other than the scoreboard, everything else is even. Both of them shot 8 from beyond the arc. Both of them shot 18 inside the paint. Peebles did have 4 turnovers to 2 for Manchester, 2 for 3 from the foul line for Manchester, 2 for 2 from Peebles. So pretty much even. Now Peebles, the one good thing that happened to them, they had 7 players get in the scoring column. Manchester only had 4, but those Manchester made 2 more threes. So you say, well, that's 6. Well, it's 4 difference. But anyhow, it all works out. But they couldn't be any more even than they are. Just Peebles needs to have somebody pick up some scoring.
Well, you know, I got to love it when my tip-off show, my Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show analysis works, at least for half of the ball game.
Yes.
Who knows? That could all fall apart in the second half, but at least for the first half, my analysis of the game as being a close game certainly is working out so far.
Yep.
Wonder if our luck will hold out in the second half.
And Peebles only hit 1 3, which to me is unusual for them. Paxton Ryan had that there in the first quarter. Manchester's had 3. Mr. Bayless has had 2 of those that you mentioned from last night at West Union as well. And Parker Haslip hit a really long one there in that second quarter as well.
So one thing we might see in the second half is Peebles could warm up, and it could change the game. They start dropping some threes.
Yes, and I agree with what you said. The backside is open and the middle is open, but nobody seems to be cutting. They're more worried about setting screens and going off those screens and either getting the rebound or firing up a 3.
Yep, I would agree. They're they're doing a nice job of attacking the basket,
Right.
but it's not in the form of a pass inside. It's a dribble drive penetration.
Right. Well, like you and I talked about earlier, it was pretty much other until right there at the end, or it was one and done for both teams at the end on a shot. If they didn't make it, the other team got the ball and went down the court. And if they didn't make it, went back the other way. So there was no second chance shots till about halfway through that second quarter.
Yeah, and even then there weren't very many.
No.
All right, we have got second half action coming your way, but first we're going to take a break. As we wrap up the Barry Chevrolet halftime, we're back with second half action right after this.
Tackle your hunger this Super Sunday with the Big Game Meal Deal. Get a one-topping Beast Pizza, a large flatbread, and 2 2-liter sodas, all for just $39.99. Perfect for your game day crew, because no one should ever go hungry during the big game. Order ahead for Super Sunday and score big with the Big Game Meal Deal, only at Snappy. Visit Snappy or order online at snappytomato.com. Limited time offer, participating locations.
It's almost here.
Stolen away by Feldhouse. Bradshaw gets it back. He's going to dunk it home.
The biggest game of the year.
Little hop and a skip. Euro step up and in. Where did that come
The
from?
40th annual C103 Shack Senior All-Star Game is coming Friday, March 28th.
The other direction, Rothwell on the drive is fouled.
Join us at North Adams High School for a night full of basketball action featuring the girls and boys All-Star Games, All-Star cheerleaders, hot shot and slam dunk contests, and the awarding of the C103 scholarships. Friday, March 28th.
Touch out on the right side wing as they are doing the exact same thing we saw in the first half. Well, there goes Parker Hayslip and a cut to the basket. Nice backdoor cut. And couldn't get the shot to go, and that's partially because he was fouled.
Foul's going to be on Colin Sims, his first, which that's a good thing for Peebles, Mr. Sims only having one foul at this point in the game. Hate to say that, but
right? Did you say he had foul trouble last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
He fouled out of the game, actually, towards the end.
First free throw is good by Hayslip. So Manchester now on top by 5. By the way, we want to thank another one of our season sponsors, Health Source of Ohio, providing a unique and comprehensive approach to health right in your community.
With those 2 foul shots, Parker Hayslip now has 11 points on the evening.
Make it 29-23. With the basketball at the elbow for 2. It's up and good. Paxton Ryan.
That gives Paxton 9 points on the evening as well
Cuts
for
it,
the Indians.
Cuts it back to a 4-point lead. Hayslip to Bayless. To Roberts out top. Now Bayless will pop out for it left side, and then Rickett. And Roberts is going to drive in, up off the glass, no good, but there's a putback. We haven't seen many of those. Crabtree puts it up and in.
Elijah Crabtree breaks into the scoring column with that rebound and putback.
Sims will have it out top for the Indians. He'll pass it right side to Johnson. Johnson gets inside the paint, stops and pops. It's good.
And that's Mr. Johnson's 4th point of the game.
6:24 to go in the third quarter. Manchester with the basketball. Roberts dribbling between the legs at the half court. Passes left side, Hayslip. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Passes out top Crabtree, and then right side it'll go to Roberts. Roberts off the screen. That went nowhere. Finds Crabtree on the baseline. He'll try a 12-footer. That's no good. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called against Manchester as Crabtree, a little too aggressive, trying to knock that out of Peebles' hands.
And that will be the first team foul in the second half for either team. Mr. Crabtree's 2nd foul for Manchester.
Our next pregame report will be Monday. Pregame report brought to you by Ron Lynch with Edward Jones Investments in Maysville and Peebles Save-A-Lot. Again, that'll be Monday at 4:45 and just before Monday night's broadcast. Don Bowles will be back in charge of pregame report after a little bit of a break this week. Browning with it in the paint. Nice to Reed. Unselfish play.
That's what we like. Now, sometimes you can make that extra pass when you shouldn't, but that was a great pass there for the easy shot for Mr. Reed.
Hayslip will have it out top for the Greyhounds. Passes left side, Roberts. Roberts trying to drive in, loses it away. They're going to say he was fouled. So he'll go back to the free throw line with Manchester on top by 2.
Foul's going to be on Carson Reed. This will be his first, team second for Peebles.
Make sure you stick around after the game for our Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. First one by Roberts. Pops off the front of the rim.
I was going to say he's improving his foul shooting average, which has been 39.3 for the season so far. He's 50% right now before this one.
Well, that one pops out. Fight for the rebound. Peebles ends up with it. Sims will have it. Left side pass will go to Ryan. Ryan's going to try and drive in, up off the glass, no good. Ryan able to get the rebound, kicks it out to Browning. Johnson, Sims, back inside to Reed. Nice ball movement. And we are tied at 31 all.
Good look by Sims to throw that ball over the top for that easy basket.
Hayslip for a set 3, no good. And he was hoping to get a foul called afterwards. That was not called, and
I don't think it was there myself either.
Right, yeah. Which there's a new rule this year. You can actually get called for flopping.
Yep, you get warned one time, and then it's a tee the next time.
Browning with a basketball. Finds Sims out top. Then Ryan for a 3. It's good. Peebles takes the lead, and Manchester will call a timeout. 34-31. Peebles leading Manchester. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
Basketball, Hayslip drives the left side of the lane, off the glass, no good. Manchester gets the rebound. They'll bring it out to Elam. And then Roberts. Peebles still playing man-to-man. Roberts couldn't drive that time. Hands it off to Elam. Elam's going to drive the left side of the lane. Scoop shot up and good.
And Ronnie Elam with that left side layup breaks into the scoring for Manchester.
Cuts it to a 1-point lead for the Indians. Browning with it to Sims. Now to Johnson out top. Right side Sims. They feed it into Reed. Reed with a turnaround up off the glass. Too strong. It pops out, but Sims ends up with it back and is fouled on the putback. That should put Sims on the line. I think they're going to say he was in the act of shooting. Yep, he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Who'd they charge that one against? We don't have a 12 out there.
3, I believe.
There we go. Now it's up on the board. Yes, it did go to Roberts.
Yeah, his first.
First free throw by Sims is good.
Grady Kennelly coming back in, replacing Hayden Browning for the Indians.
Let's take a look at that scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and his staff at H&R Block in West Union, the tax professionals. It is tax season. And the second free throw will drop, so with 3:22 to go in the third quarter, make it 36-33. Peebles on top of Manchester by 3 points.
Garrett Shively back in, replacing Colin Sims.
Hayslip will be in control of basketball this time. They try to pull out a trap. He goes to Roberts ahead across the timeline. Now Hayslip will get it back out top. I think the Indians are going to try and dial up the defense. Rickett with it at the elbow. Finds Crabtree on the other elbow. Back out, it'll go to Elam. Elam off the screen. Decides to pass it to Roberts. Roberts. Lanes aren't opening up for him as much in this second half, are they? Hayslip. Now goes right side, Crabtree. They're looking inside. We got a couple of players battling for position down low, and someone's going to be called for a foul. It's going to go against Peebles.
It's going to be on Bo Johnson. That'll be his first.
2:37 to go in the third quarter. 3-point basketball game. Manchester with the basketball, and they are trailing. Roberts will go to Hayslip, then to Rickett. They find Crabtree underneath. Oh, didn't take the shot. Passes back into Rickett, and now out to Roberts. As the Greyhounds couldn't get that set play to work, and Roberts falls down with it, and they lose it away. Unfortunately, when Roberts fell, nobody was able to snag the basketball, so a turnover for the Greyhounds.
First turnover of this quarter for either team. 2:18 left to go.
Again, stick around after the final buzzer for our Willie & Son Trucking post game. Of course, we've got a whole nother quarter of basketball yet to go. Sims with it on the left side wing. Against man-to-man, still for Manchester. They tried to zone a little bit in that first half. Now we got another pushing and shoving foul down underneath. Folks fighting for position. This time Manchester will be called for it.
Foul's going to be on Braylon Ricketts. That's going to be his third. Coming in for the Greyhounds, Malachi Bayless. That is the third team foul for the Greyhounds in this quarter. Each team has 3.
Hayslip on a run out. It's good. Well, that did not work out well for the Indians. As, again, Manchester had a steal on the inbound. Now down underneath, Canelti is fouled in the act of shooting. Could not get that shot to go either, but Canelti will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul's going to be on Malachi Bayless. That will be his second, team's fourth.
1-point basketball game after that steal and layup by Hayslip. Canelti could change that. First free throw is no good.
Colin Sims back in for the Indians. Also 34, Josh McClary coming back in.
Canelti back on the free throw line for a second one. Again, all you Manchester fans, we're going to have another game for you on Monday for the girls. Fairfield at Manchester. That's a girls matchup. That'll be our broadcast Monday night. Second free throw was good, so it's a 2-point lead now for the Indians. 37-35 your score. And Manchester will have to inbound again as it got tipped out of bounds by Peebles. They'll inbound to Hayslip. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Roberts will get it. Now to Bayless and then Elam. Back to Bayless out top. They're not giving him a whole lot of room. Shively sticking to Bayless pretty good. Hayslip back to Bayless. He's got room for a 3. It's good. Man, is he feeling hot.
Yep, Malachi Bayless with his third 3 of the game, 1 in each quarter so far.
Sims passes left side. They go into Reed, across to Canelti. Canelti trying to get position or get an open look at it. Couldn't get it to go. And it's going to be Manchester who ends up with the basketball. Bayless has it, and Manchester will call the timeout. Manchester has regained the lead by 1 off of a three-point shot by Bayless, 38-37. Stick with us. We are back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The Dickey Group invites you to explore country living at its finest. Visit thedickeygroup.com to see pictures of a 77-acre multi-purpose farm near Peebles, Ohio, with 800 feet of frontage on Brush Creek, featuring a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath log home, full walkout basement, and 2-car garage, plus several barns and outbuildings with fenced pasture. Jeff Dickey or one of his agents can schedule your tour today. Visit thedickeygroup.com for more listings and information.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have had 6 lead changes in this basketball game, and I count a total of 3 tie-ups. As, again, so far, this one turning out to be every bit of the game we thought it would be, Phil.
Yes, very even.
Roberts to Bayless in the corner. There's another one. Oh, that one popped out. Shively will have the rebound for the Indians. He'll push it up the floor one-on-one against Roberts, driving in. And the basket is good, and they're going to say he was fouled. He is going to go to the free throw line to shoot the bonus as Peebles regains the lead.
Foul's going to bring Braylon Roberts, his second, both here in this quarter.
Is that what you, I'm sorry, you did say that.
I don't know.
It's the Braylon part that messes with me, Phil. I thought you said Rickett. You did say Roberts.
I might have said that. I don't know.
No, I think you said it right. Manchester gets the rebound off the missed free throw, goes the length of the floor, and retakes the lead. That was Hayslip putting Manchester back on top.
Hayslip with 15 to lead all scorers right now.
And now we're going to have a tie-up, I think. Nope, Elam ends up with a steal. Thought we were going to see a dual possession. Manchester able to get a steal. These are some big possessions here for the Greyhounds as we wind down the final 10 seconds. Hayslip, fadeaway 3, no good. Peebles with a rebound. They've still got time for a final shot, but nope. Elam disrupts it as he tips it out of bounds with 0.7 of a second on the clock. So Peebles could still get a look here. Pretty much only enough time for a tip. 1-point basketball game. Manchester leading it 40-39. And what do we got? Oh, we have a foul away from the shot. Well, let's see who it's going to be called against. They're going to say it's against Peebles.
It's going to be on Carson Reed. That'll be his second.
Other than the fact it's a second foul for Reed, it doesn't do anything because Manchester's not in the bonus. So that won't do anything. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action after this.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peeblesmonument.com. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or baseball, no matter the sport, the Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support it. Games like these are possible due to booster support like the Manchester Athletic Boosters. The Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support this broadcast of Manchester sports. Wishing good luck to our Manchester Greyhounds. Go Greyhounds!
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow.
Final clearance sale on all remaining 2024 models in stock at Jerry Haig Motors. $8,000 off 24 Suburban or Tahoes with Chevy loyalty. Or check out a 24 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST with $10,000 off with Chevy loyalty. All 24 models priced to sell. Hurry in for the best selection. Trade-ins are welcome. No gimmicks or tricks added to the deal. So stop in at Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. I'm Steve Haig, and I want your business.
Had it tipped away. No, Peebles has the basketball, and Reed tells his teammates to calm down. As with it is going to be Sims. Passes it right side to Shively. Shively trying to drive in, double teamed, kicks it back out to Canelti. Canelti will drive in, floater, no good. Rebound controlled by Manchester. Ahead they will go to Bayless, and Bayless is fouled on the drive. Now I'm not sure he had started a shot yet. So yeah, I think they're going to say that that's not in the act of shooting. Yeah, that one's going to be inbound underneath. I agree with that. What do you think, Phil? I don't think he had begun a shot yet. I mean, you can anticipate he was going to take one, but he hadn't really started the shot yet.
Back in is Paxton Ryan.
Bayless will inbound to Crabtree. Now out top, it'll go to Roberts. Peebles still in man-to-man. Roberts taking his time, trying to get loose. Finds Crabtree. Canelti had fallen down, but Roberts couldn't capitalize on it. Crabtree had it tipped away, gets it back. Now Elam with it out on the right side wing. Elam gets Roberts on a cut. Layup's good. That was sharp.
Braylon Roberts now with 12 on the day.
Canelti with a basketball down the right side corner. Dribbles it out on the wing. Now goes inside to Reed. Reed triple team and fouled. Hayslip trying to pick his pocket. Got caught. It'll be on the floor, so Peebles will now inbound underneath.
Parker Hayslip, his first foul. Each team has one foul here in this fourth and final quarter. One team foul.
Neither team has led by more than, I believe, 4 points. Peebles throws it away, trying to get it to Reed. Bayless intercepts it. So Manchester with the basketball. Roberts brings it up the floor. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Roberts spin move in the paint, shot blocked, and they're going to say a foul was committed. So Roberts goes back to the free throw line. Now he has struggled at the line this evening.
Foul's going to be on Grady Canelti. That will be his second.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. We're back right after this.
While college tuition continues to skyrocket, skilled trades offer a pathway to a successful career without a heavy financial burden. At the Ohio Valley Career and Technical Center, we are pioneering pathways to your success by providing hands-on vocational training in 11 high-demand programs where students can gain real-world skills and still enjoy all the benefits of going to school, like playing sports and pursuing college classes. Enrollment is based on program availability, so you don't have to live in Adams County to attend. Speak to your guidance counselors to see how the Ohio Valley CTC can help you create a better tomorrow.
Nestled along the tranquil banks of the Ohio River, the River Barn in Manchester is not just an event venue. It's a canvas for your most cherished memories. This historic barn has been meticulously converted into a modern event center that offers a blend of rustic charm and contemporary elegance. Whether you're planning a fairy tale wedding, a corporate retreat, or an intimate gathering, the River Barn in Manchester will turn your vision into a reality. Call 937-549-3033 for reservations. Visit riverbarn.us for more information.
The Adams County Community Foundation would like to invite all Adams County residents who are seeking to further their education at a trade school or college to apply for unique scholarship opportunities. These scholarships are open to Adams County residents, and the application deadline is February 12, 2025. To learn more about these scholarships and to apply, visit the Adams County Community Foundation website at accfo.org. Remember to support the Adams County Community Foundation. They're helping to build Adams County's future. That website again is accfo.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we come back, Roberts makes the first free throw. He still has one to go. 43-39, 4-point lead. Nope, that pops out. We'll stay at a 4-point lead for Manchester. Peebles with a basketball. Johnson will have it out top against man-to-man. Dribbles to the left side. Passes to Shively. Now they'll go to Reed out top. Back right side, Johnson. Johnson off the screen. Gets inside the paint. Leaner up and good.
Bo Johnson now with 6. He likes that little 8-footer in the paint. He can elevate.
And always shoots them off balance, too.
Yes, he does. I think he's always done that, though, but any time I've ever remembered him playing.
Roberts trying to drive, has to pass it back out to Elam. Elam now on the drive, has it swatted away by Ryan. 5:45 to go in the basketball game. Manchester will inbound underneath. Bayless goes to Hayslip in the corner. Hayslip will dribble it out onto the wing. Trying to see if he can work his way inside. Runs out of room at the baseline. It's loose. And we're going to have a dual possession, I think. Or did we get a timeout called? Yeah, they're going to say Peebles able to call the timeout to save the possession. We're going to take one as well. 5:34 to go in the ball game. It's a 2-point game. Manchester on top, 43-41. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Peebles Indians are going to have the basketball coming out of this timeout. Now, Brett Spencer says that more often than not, a team will turn it over when they called a timeout to save a possession. Actually, about any timeout, really, but especially when they've called it to save the possession. So you ended up still losing the possession and wasting a timeout. Let's see if Peebles can hang on to it. Johnson driving in, off-balance shot again, but that one was tipped. No good. Manchester ends up with it. Hayslip to Elam in the left side corner. Back to Hayslip. Oh, he tried a pass that had a lot of heat on it to Crabtree, and it went right out of bounds. Airmailed that one.
And it about took out a cheerleader for Manchester. Coming in for Manchester, 15, Braylon Ricketts returning, replacing Bayless.
One outstanding athlete will enjoy some Snappy Tomato Pizza when we name them our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Brought to you by Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. Johnson will have it. Back and forth out top. Goes right side, Shively. They get it to Reed. He's double teamed. Out to Shively. They are doing a great job collapsing on Reed. Now down underneath, up and in. It's Hayden Browning. And he was fouled. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
That's going to be on Crabtree. That will be his 3rd.
We are going to be tied at 43 all, and Browning will be on the free throw line with an opportunity to put Peebles back on top for another lead change. It is good. That would be our 9th lead change of the game. Roberts will bring it up the floor for the Greyhounds. By the way, the biggest game of the year coming up before too long after tournament, of course. That's the 40th annual C103 Senior All-Star Game. Reed with a steal. Couldn't get the layup to go. Rickett with a rebound. Missed opportunity there for the Indians. Ahead to Crabtree. He gets it to go. And the foul. Wow, this is one exciting basketball game. That's going to put Manchester back on top for your 10th lead change of the game.
Now it's going to be on Garrett Shively, his first. That will be the team 3rd for Peebles. Elijah Crabtree at the line, first time there tonight. He has 4 points so far.
Yeah, Reed had a steal and couldn't get the layup to go. And then Manchester was able to find Crabtree still down on this end. Of course, he misses the bonus, though. But Manchester has regained the lead by 1. And Peebles has the basketball. Reed with it to Johnson. Johnson Dribbles to the right side, reverses, finds Reed on the left side wing, back to Johnson. Looks like Johnson's trying to see if he can work some magic inside, but they won't open it up for him. Reed tries to drive, kicks it out in the corner. Shively for three, no good. Backside rebound, Browning. Goes out to Ryan, back into Shively, and he loses it away. It'll go out of bounds, though, off Manchester.
Ball's going to be taken out right under the Peebles basket again.
Again, that 40th annual C103 Shack Senior All-Star Game is going to be March 28th at North Adams High School. Doors will open at 5, tip-off at 6. Ryan for three, bounces off, and it's on the floor. What are we going to have? It's going to end up out of bounds. Who touched it last? They'll say Manchester did. 3:36 to go in the basketball game. Peebles with another opportunity here. Johnson to Shively. Now they get Reed at the elbow. Passes back out to Browning. Browning will bring it out top. Dribbles to the baseline off of a screen, gets double teamed. Back out to Reed. He likes the three. It's no good. Rebound's going to be controlled by Roberts. Roberts is going to push it. 3-on-2. Roberts inside, off the glass. It's good.
He likes that little where he switches hands and looks like he's going to do a reverse layup and then just lays it off with the left hand off the left side.
Driving in on the other end. Shot no good by Paxton Ryan, but he's fouled, and that will put Ryan on the free throw line shooting two. 2:58 to go in the basketball game.
Foul's going to be on Hayslip again. His second.
Phil, I can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday night.
No. We've had some good games this week.
Ryan gets the first one. Cuts it back to a 2-point lead for Manchester. Ryan can make it a 1-point ball game, and he does. 47-46 Manchester. Greyhounds have the basketball. Roberts out on the right side wing. Tells Hayslip to clear out. Now Elam will pop out for it right side to Rickett. And then Roberts again on the left side wing. Crabtree with a touch. And then they get Hayslip. Hayslip's been kind of quiet in this game. Crabtree. And then Elam, left side. Elam driving in, layup no good, but a stick back by Roberts. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. That's going to make the highlight reel right there. With 2:14 to go in the basketball game, Roberts charged the basket and just tipped it back in. Now with the basketball, Reed underneath, double team, couldn't get the shot to go. Outlet pass intercepted, Johnson with a steal. Johnson driving back in, he's fouled. And Bo Johnson's going to go to the line to shoot two with 1:59 to go in the ball game. Let's take a look at your H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and the staff at H&R Block in West Union. Again, 1:59 to go. It's a 3-point game. Manchester 49, Peebles 46. Johnson can cut it to a 1-point game if he makes them both. Gets the first one. 49-47.
And that makes Bo with 7 points on the night for him.
Crabtree collected that foul, by the way. That was a big one, Phil, for Crabtree.
Yep, that makes him with 4.
Second free throw was good. It's a 1-point basketball game. With it is going to be Hayslip. Picks up his dribble. He's in trouble. Finds Elam, though. Elam goes left side, Roberts. Roberts at the elbow, gets it back to Rickett. Rickett was a little too far underneath, couldn't get the shot to go, but he's fouled. And that will put Braylon Rickett on the free throw line, shooting two.
Foul's going to be on Bo Johnson. That's going to be his second. That's the team fourth for Peebles.
Both these teams are playing with all of their might. A lot of heart out there on the floor. First free throw by Rickett, hits the front of the rim, pops out. He will get a second one. If he gets this one to go, it'll put Manchester on top by 2. The second one is good. Make it a 2-point ball game. Peebles trailing, and they have the basketball. Shively to Johnson out top. Johnson works it over to the left side, finds Shively in the corner. Shively driving the baseline, has his shot blocked from behind, and that was Hayslip that saved it into Elam. And then we're going to have a timeout called by Manchester to talk it over with 1:16 to go in the ball game. It's a 2-point game. Manchester on top, 50-48. We're back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1:16 to go in this basketball game. Manchester will have possession. They have a 2-point lead.
Got full court press.
Yeah, full court man-to-man pressure. And really not strong pressure as Roberts gets it up the floor to Hayslip. They try to double team Hayslip. That leaves Crabtree open. He drives in, puts it up and in. Well, that did not work, leaving Crabtree wide open. He is able to get the easy basket. Johnson with it for Peebles. They trail by 4, under a minute to go. Finds Ryan out on the right side. Did to Johnson. Now Shively left side. Shively out top. Back to Johnson. They're trying to look inside, and they can't get it in to Reed. Timeout's going to be called by Peebles. We're going to take one as well with 42.3 seconds to go. We're back right after this.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained, because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Out of the timeout, Indians will have the basketball. Let's see what Coach Airy drew up. They trail by 4. Do you go for 2 here, Phil, or do you go for 3 and make it a 1-point game?
I'd say they need to get 2 first and play some defense.
That's what I would do. I'd get a 2. Here we go. Reed inside off the glass. It's good. And there comes the timeout. As Peebles will call it, it's a 2-point basketball game with 29.2 seconds. We're back after this timeout.
Tackle your hunger this Super Sunday with the Big Game Meal Deal. Get a 1-topping Beast Pizza, a large flatbread, and 2 2-liter sodas, all for just $39.99. Perfect for your game day crew, because no one should ever go hungry during the big game. Order ahead for Super Sunday and score big with the Big Game Meal Deal, only at Snappy. Visit Snappy or order online at snappytomato.com. Limited time offer, participating locations.
It's almost here.
Stolen away by Feldhouse. Bradshaw gets it back. He's going to dunk it home.
The biggest game of the year.
Little hop and a skip. Euro step up and in. Where did that come from?
The 40th annual C103 Shack Senior All-Star Game is coming Friday, March 28th.
The other direction, Rothwell on the drive is fouled.
Join us at North Adams High School for a night full of basketball action featuring the girls and boys all-star games, all-star cheerleaders, hot shot and slam dunk contests, and the awarding of the C103 scholarships. Friday, March 28th.
We certainly couldn't get things done without Brandon Rigdon doing everything for us with GoodGuysRadioTV.com. Manchester with it. Oh, they throw it away. Peebles gets the steal. Reed has it. Reed on the drive is fouled. And I don't know if they're going to say he was shooting or not. I couldn't see whether he was trying to pass it or whether he was shooting it.
And that's Parker Hayslip's third, all here in this fourth quarter.
They are going to say that he was in the act of shooting. So Reed will go to the free throw line to shoot two. An opportunity to tie this game with 17 and a half seconds. First free throw is no good. That was a big one.
Yes, it was.
This one is still important, though. To make it a one-point game, you know, Manchester turned it over last possession. They could do it again. This one is good. It's a one-point game. But Manchester will have to inbound and bring it the length of the floor. Still 17 and a half seconds on the clock.
Colin Sims back in, play that defense for Peebles.
They will inbound to Elam. Gets it back to Roberts. Roberts trying to play keep away. No, they throw it away. Hayslip, ahead it will go. It's up and good! Colin Sims ends up with a basketball and gets the layup to go. Peebles now has a one-point lead, 53-52 with 7 seconds on the clock. Manchester has called the timeout. We're going to keep it right here because there are only 7 seconds on the clock. All right, so that was a quick turn of events, wasn't it, Phil?
Yes, it was. They just tried to throw it ahead to the cutter from Manchester, and the Peebles defenders stepped right in front of it.
Yeah, Roberts was trying kind of a lob pass over top of the defense to Hayslip, and he threw it too much, and Hayslip couldn't get to it, and Peebles was there to make the steal. And I think it might have been Reed that got the steal, but again, he fed it ahead to Colin Sims, the 5'11 junior who under pressure made the layup to give the Indians the 1-point lead. What an exciting turn of events for Peebles fans. Manchester fans are still trying to realize what happened.
Yep.
All right, the Greyhounds, they put 8.3 seconds on the clock. So Roberts has it. Roberts trying to get it up the floor. He still has 5 seconds. He'll drive inside. The shot's up and good! 1.5 seconds on the clock. 1.5 seconds. They'll probably put some more time back on there. Wow, so Peebles fans for 30 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever felt like they might get the victory here, and then Manchester steals the lead back. That was incredible. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the 12th lead change of the basketball game and possibly the final one. We'll have to see. By the way, we are going to keep it right here. We will have to see if they're going to put any time back on the clock.
I think they said 2.3, Ken. I'm not for sure.
Is that what?
Total, yeah.
2.3 instead of 1.5.
Yeah.
So 2.3 seconds. Peebles will have to go the length of the floor. So what do, Phil? Do you try the football pass?
I don't know if I do at this point in time or not. You got to have somebody at half court because Manchester's just too fast to try to throw the home run.
All right.
That's my opinion.
Well, here we go. They cut the timeout short. I'm glad we kept it right here. So Manchester needs to get a stop. Peebles needs a miracle here with a long shot.
2.3 on the clock.
They are going to deny the inbound pass. They get it to Reed. Last second shot, it's no good. That's going to do it. Manchester will upset the Indians on their home court. That's the Indians' home court. 54-53. Wow. Stick with us. The Willie and Son Trucking post game coming up right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
It's almost here.
Stolen away by Feldhouse. Bradshaw gets it back. He's going to dunk it home.
The biggest game of the year.
Oh, hop and a skip. Euro step up and in. Where did that come from?
The 40th annual C103 Shack Senior All-Star Game is coming Friday, March 28th.
The other direction, Rothwell on the drive is fouled.
Join us at North Adams High School for a night full of basketball action featuring the girls and boys All-Star Games, All-Star cheerleaders, hot shot and slam dunk contests, and the awarding of the C103 scholarships. Friday, March 28th.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
The Dickey Group invites you to explore country living at its finest. Visit thedickeygroup.com to see pictures of a 77-acre multi-purpose farm near Peebles, Ohio, with 800 feet of frontage on Brush Creek, featuring a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath log home, full walkout basement, and 2-car garage, plus several barns and outbuildings with fenced pasture. Jeff Dickey or one of his agents can schedule your tour today. Visit thedickeygroup.com for more listings and information.
Going on in this basketball game for sure. But pretty confident with the 12 lead changes. Let's look at scoring by the quarters in the first quarter. We had a couple lead changes in that first quarter and one tie, but Manchester ended up on top at the end of the first, 14-13. They won it by 1 point. In the second quarter, Manchester again won that quarter, 13-10. So that gave Manchester a 4-point lead at halftime, 27-23. In the third quarter, Peebles tied it up about halfway through the quarter and then took the lead for the first time since early in the second quarter. And then Manchester was able to get it back. But Peebles did win that third quarter, 16-13. So a 3-point advantage for Peebles. That cut Manchester's lead down to just 1 point, 40-39. In the fourth and final quarter, we were tied once. There were 4 more lead changes, and that final lead change was to Manchester. We were tied in that quarter, by the way. Everybody scoring 14 points, and that left Manchester with a 1-point advantage to get the victory. We're going to send it back to the studio when we come back. We are going to be joined by head coach Austin Kingsolver in our ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peeblesmonument.com. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or baseball, no matter the sport, the Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support it. Games like these are possible due to booster support like the Manchester Athletic Boosters. The Manchester Athletic Boosters are proud to support this broadcast of Manchester Sports. Wishing good luck to our Manchester Greyhounds. Go Greyhounds!
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Final clearance sale on all remaining 2024 models in stock at Jerry Hague Motors. $8,000 off 24 Suburban or Tahoes with Chevy loyalty. Or check out a 24 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST with $10,000 off with Chevy loyalty. All 24 models priced to sell. Hurry in for the best selection. Trade-ins are welcome. No gimmicks or tricks added to the deal. So stop in at Jerry Hague Motors in Hillsboro. I'm Steve Hague and I want your business.
While college tuition continues to skyrocket, skilled trades offer a pathway to a successful career without a heavy financial burden. At the Ohio Valley Career and Technical Center, we are pioneering pathways to your success by providing hands-on vocational training in 11 high-demand programs where students can gain real-world skills and still enjoy all the benefits of going to school, like playing sports and pursuing college classes. Enrollment is based on program availability, so you don't have to live in Adams County to attend. Speak to your guidance counselors to see how the Ohio Valley CTC can help you create a better tomorrow.
And tonight, I wasn't too sure I'd be talking to you.
As I told you before, after we turned it over twice in the last, minute there, or 27 seconds.
Yep.
I wasn't too sure I'd be talking to you either. I was stressing out over here.
Yeah. What a victory. What a game. This was just an absolute a blast for Phil and I. I know that as a coach, it's not so fun.
It's stressful, but we've got to play games like this to prepare for tournament time. We probably don't go over situational stuff like this as much as we should at practice, but we probably should start so that I'm a lot less stressed late in the game like today.
Did it affect the team mentally that Leland Horner was going to be out?
The kids didn't know that Leland wasn't going to play until we were getting ready to get on the bus. So, I'm sure it did. It's hard to replace Leland. He does such a good job, obviously rebounding, seeing the floor, passing the ball. But he brought a lot of energy tonight on the bench. It's different. If he wasn't here, I don't know if we'd have the energy that we did. So he brought a lot to the game tonight, even not being able to play.
Is he going to be okay for tournaments? You got a week or so to get him healed up.
Yeah, he'll be all right. We'll ease him into it. He'll be all right.
All right, sounds good. Let's talk about your players tonight. Now, obviously, you had to have some folks step up because you were without Leland. He is one of your starters. And in his place, you started Bayless, and he came through for you big time last night with 4 3-point shots. He gave you 3 big ones tonight.
Yes, I thought he was very deserving of the start this evening, and he showed that again. He showed last night we talked, he can play a lot more against the zone because he can shoot the 3, and Ronnie can play a lot more against man-to-man because he can penetrate so well. And Malachi, he showed me this evening he can play a little more against man-to-man as well. He was ready to score. He knocked down some shots, and I thought he really stepped up. 3 big 3-pointers in back-to-back quarters.
Yeah, those were very important shots. You mentioned Ronnie Elam. Elam did a lot for you tonight, too, as well. I don't think he had a tremendous amount of points. He only had a couple points, but he handled the ball a lot, and you needed to take care of the basketball tonight.
We did, and I thought he did a tremendous job defensively, especially on their guards. Games like this, when it's high pressure, we need somebody to stop the basketball. He does a really nice job doing that.
It looked to me like you did a great job preparing on what to do with Reed down low. Everybody was collapsing on him when he would touch the basketball.
I think he got free more times than I would like. He really hurt us. He had 9 points, but I felt like he did so much more for them than just, score 9 points. We were very fortunate. They only hit 2 threes this evening because If they would have knocked down a lot of the open shots they got because we collapsed so hard on Reed, I think it might have been a different ball game.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. Peebles did not shoot well behind the three-point arc in the first half, and we wondered, would they shoot better in the second half and kind of change the game? And they only got a couple, I guess, in that second half. Well, we'll know from Phil here when we take a look at stats, but we were wondering if that was going to affect things, and they just never really got hot outside.
Yeah, we were very concerned about that. You know, they've got 7, 8 kids that can definitely shoot the ball, and they're so quick, so you have to respect them getting downhill and getting to the paint. I thought, you know, we were very, very fortunate, especially in that second quarter when our on-ball defense wasn't very good. They got 2 feet in the paint, and we're kicking it out to shooters. We were very fortunate they did not knock down those shots because, again, it would have been a lot different.
Braylon Rickett, he had the duties of Reed, didn't he?
Defensively? Eli guarded him for a while, and we tried to switch Braylon onto him because Eli picked up a couple fouls. Braylon is just so athletic. He's so physical. We say he's a post player, but he's not really a post player as much as he's an athletic big. I feel like he's one of the more athletic players in the entire league, and he's so strong, so physical, and he plays so hard. I was happy to see, you know, first play of the game, gets downhill, goes straight to the rim. You know, he wasn't worried about getting blocked. He was just going down their throat, ready to score, and he did a lot of really good things. He got in foul trouble early. But
he did have some foul trouble, yes.
He really stepped up late.
I liked the nice play he got down here late in the basketball game. I think it might have been Roberts or Hayslip on a drive. They saw him wide open. He cut to the basket and got an easy score there.
He did. He moves really well without the ball. You know, a lot of the time we get kind of stagnant when the ball goes inside. Tonight I thought we moved well without the basketball. So when he gets the ball in the post or Eli gets the ball in a short corner or something like that, you know, those two are very good passers as well. So I was very pleased with that.
They played pretty tight defense on Crabtree. He got right about his average, I think, at 6 points, but it looked like they were kind of keeping him out of the mix for the most part.
Yeah, I think, you know, our guards did such a good job getting 2 feet in the paint and we talk all the time, we're so good at getting 2 feet in the paint and throwing off the backboard. And tonight, you know, we shot 50% from the field. I thought we did a really nice job of scoring. Now, you know, if we don't make some of those, we get dumped down to Eli and Braylon, and, you know, that could be different. But I'm happy our guards put it in the hoop when we got to the paint tonight. That was huge for us.
Well, let's talk about those guards, Hayslip and Roberts. Boy, did they have their hands full this evening.
Yeah, Braylon does such a good job getting downhill, and Parker is a little more smooth with it. He's not as much of a, you know, go to the rim as much as he is, you know, catch and shoot or a couple, you know, one dribble pull-ups, things like that. But it's so hard to keep Braylon Roberts in front of you. I mean, he's got a quick crossover. He's got a quick first step. He gets downhill. At times he gets a little helter-skelter, but I will not tell him to slow down because, you know, I'm not going to slow him down. Let him play hard. Let him get to the rim, and we'll take what we got.
Just like last night, rebounding was a big part of this game on both sides. There were very few second-chance looks, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job in the first half rebounding. I think in the second half, especially there in the fourth, they got a few more offensive rebounds than we would have liked, but I think they only had 2 second-chance points to show for that. So we were fortunate that they didn't capitalize on those. I don't know how many offensive rebounds we had, 2 or 3. I mean, we, you know, rebounding was good in the first half.
Yeah. There was one really cool offensive rebound, if you want to call it that. He never came back to the floor. That cut by Roberts, he just went full bore to the basket. And you talk about right place, right time. If that basketball had not popped off the rim exactly where it did, he would have looked, well, kind of silly, blowing through the paint, going out of bounds. But it came right to him.
He does such a nice job reading the ball off the rim. And for him being, 5'11", maybe, you know, he jumps well. He times the ball up really well. And he's probably scored 15, probably not, well, we won't say 15. We'll say probably 20 points this year off of just tip-ins where he reads it off the rim, and he does a really nice job doing that.
Well, that one may have been the best one I've seen. Too bad he couldn't dunk it.
I know. It's unfortunate he's not 6'8". That would be, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, Coach, what have we left out? Anything that you want to mention that we haven't talked about? You're probably still trying to let it sink in that you won the game.
We're prepared to play Friday against Fairfield, and
that's another big
we'll
one.
see what happens in tournament time. I'd like to congratulate Coach Harry on being the winningest coach here at Peebles. He's done a great job with everything that he's done. I remember he coached when I was in school, and I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him.
Do you know how many wins you have?
It's not that many.
Well,
not as many as
right.
Coach Harry. I have no idea. I don't know.
You don't know?
No,
Okay.
I'll have to get on that. But it's I would venture to say it's not close to his total.
Yeah. Well, I was more thinking about whether I'll still be alive maybe to watch you get 235 someday.
What, he's at year 15? Is that what it was? Year 15. This is my 6th year as a varsity coach. I think you got 14 more years in you, or not 14.
Yeah.
What am I, yeah. I mean, you got a few more years in you. My math's not the best,
Right.
but cut that part.
I hope so. All right. Well, Coach Austin Kingsolver, congratulations. 2 nights in a row, 2 big victories in the conference. This, by the way, puts you, tied with White Oak. You're now tied with White Oak for 3rd place in Division II.
Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't really looked at the standings here recently,
Yeah, you came into this game 4-7, and they were 5-8. So you're now actually you're ahead of them. You would be 5-7, so they would have one more loss than you. So you just took 3rd place from White Oak.
Well, we'll take it.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Austin Kingsolver with your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back to look at stats and name that Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game right after this.
Nestled along the tranquil banks of the Ohio River, the River Barn in Manchester is not just an event venue. It's a canvas for your most cherished memories. This historic barn has been meticulously converted into a modern event center that offers a blend of rustic charm and contemporary elegance. Whether you're planning a fairy tale wedding, a corporate retreat, or an intimate gathering, the River Barn in Manchester will turn your vision into a reality. Call 937-549-3033 for reservations. Visit riverbarn.us for more information.
The Adams County Community Foundation would like to invite all Adams County residents who are seeking to further their education at a trade school or college to apply for unique scholarship opportunities. These scholarships are open to Adams County residents, and the application deadline is February 12, 2025. To learn more about these scholarships and to apply, visit the Adams County Community Foundation website at accfo.org. Remember to support the Adams County Community Foundation. They're helping to build Adams County's future. That website again is accfo.org.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Manchester upsetting the Peebles Indians on the Indians' home court tonight by that score of 54-53. For the Indians, we had Garrett Shively with only 2 points tonight. That's unusual for him, and that was just inside the arc, so it was only for 2. Colin Sims with 6 2-point goals, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Grady Kenneldy got a workout in the paint tonight. He ended up with 5 points. And then we had Carson Reed with 9. That was well below his average. Also 8 of those from the field, 1 for 2 from the foul line. Bo Johnson with 8 points. He was 2 for 2 for the foul line. Hayden Browning with 5, 2 2-pointers, 1 for 1 from the foul line. Josh McClary, he was well below what he's been averaging. He only had 4 points tonight, both of those from the field. And then leading all scorers for the Indians was Paxton Ryan with 14 points. He was 4 for 4 from the line. Had 2 threes, 1 in the first and 1 in the third quarter. And believe it or not, that is the only threes that Peebles had tonight. They shot 13 for the game, only made 2, 15%. And I've seen Peebles several times this year, either as a fan or doing the radio, and that's very unusual for them. From the foul line, they were 11 for 14, 78%, so that ups their average a little bit from the foul line as a team. They've been averaging 63.5%. From inside the arc, they were 18 for 41 for the game, 43%. Overall field goal percentage, 20 for 54, 37%. They ended up with 8 turnovers, and believe it or not, both teams had 8 turnovers, which for high school and a game like this, that's pretty good. And a couple of those for Manchester came right here at the tail end when it was crunch time.
Right.
Now for the victorious Greyhounds, we had Ronnie Elam with 2 points, and he got a lot of playing time tonight. Did a lot of point guard and 2 and 3 man positions. Braylon Ricketts with 3 points, 1 for 2 from the foul line, single 2-point goal. Elijah Cabty with 6, all from the field, and those were all 2s. And then we had Malachi Bayless trying to pick up from where he did last night. You heard Ken say at West Union, but he had 3 threes, one in the first, second, and third quarters. Did not get one in the fourth quarter. He did come in the fourth quarter. And then we had Parker Hayslip with 15. He had a single 3 in the second quarter. Had 15 points for the game, 2 for 2 from the foul line. And leading all scorers for both teams with 19 was Braylon Roberts. And I don't know if he ever did come out of the game tonight, Ken. I don't recall that he did. But
I would agree. I don't think he did.
And he had 16 of those from the field, so 8 field goals. He was 3 for 7 from, 3 for 7 from the foul line for his 19 points. Again, the Greyhounds also only had 8 turnovers. They were 4 for 12 from beyond the arc, 33 1/3%. Inside the paint, 18 for 39, 46%. So they actually got outshot inside the paint by 2 by the Indians. Overall, the Greyhounds were 22 for 51, which is 43% for their field goal percentage. And they were 6 for 12 from the foul line, 50%. Their season average from the foul line had been 53.9%, so they are a little below that. But they did not get to the line. Neither team really got to the line that much. 12 for Manchester, 14 times for Peebles. So that's a look at the stats and the scores for each game.
I don't think there's going to be a tremendous amount of discussion tonight on that Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. We talked about that young man a whole lot, and he had some beautiful moves tonight.
Yes, like you said, Hayslip did well. Manchester played a pretty good game defensive-wise, but Braylon Roberts, when they needed baskets, and he was sliced to the basket, and you heard me say a couple times, and I believe Ken also mentioned, he'll cut to the basket, look like he's going to do a reverse layup, come from the right side, and he switches that ball to his left hand and just softly releases that ball off the left side up to the square to the basket and drops it right through. So our C103 and Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union and Seaman, and the Good Guys Radio TV player of the game is going to be Mr. Braylon Roberts from the Manchester Greyhounds. Congratulations to him.
And congratulations to the Greyhounds for getting the victory tonight over top of the Peebles Indians in a hard-fought contest. 1-point game, 54-53. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank Miley Smith for engineering everything back in the studio. Also, I would like to thank Brandon Rigdon for engineering everything on the TV side of our broadcast tonight with Good Guys Radio TV. I'd like to thank Phil Ronis for joining me. Thank you for listening. I'm Ken Smith. Have a wonderful evening.